Today, I'm going to show you how we set up this interview at a Chevrolet dealership using techniques that you can easily emulate with your own equipment. Hatfield Media is a full-service marketing agency, and we in the video department are always looking for tools and techniques to streamline the production process. Let's get started. We chose to seat our interview subject next to a line of Corvettes and set up the main camera to shoot down the line of cars in order to increase visual depth and allow the windows to fill the background, which came in handy later when we set up the backlight, but we'll get to that in a minute. If you have the available equipment, it's a good idea to shoot an interview with at least 2 cameras so that you can seamlessly cut out dead space or splice 2 clips together without an annoying jump cut. We obviously wanted the focal point of our 2 camera angles to be the interview subject, but we didn't want to miss the chance to highlight the sleek Corvettes as well. So our main shot was on an 85mm lens with a very wide open aperture. The long lens helped compress the space and made the cars appear larger in the frame, while the open aperture kept them out of focus in relation to our subject. For our second camera angle, we chose to shoot on a wider 35mm lens so that the cars would be more prevalent and in focus, but we kept the subject's head above them in the frame so that she remained visually dominant. These 2 angles gave us the ability to show off the cars in one shot, but then cut to a close-up during important pieces of information where the cars might be a distraction. So we have our angles, let's talk lighting. There was a lot of ambient light in the room from the windows and ceiling fixtures, and while this really helped create some interesting reflections on the cars, we wanted to bring down the ambient light on our subject so that the shape of our light would be consistent and well-defined. We set up what's called a negative fill and moved it as close as we could to our subject to lessen the amount of light that could reach that side of her face. We set up our key light on the other side, raised it up to make it appear more like a practical source, and fired it through a one-stop diffusion panel to soften the light and make the shadows less harsh. To create some visual contrast, we wanted the room to feel a bit more blue than the subject. So we set the key light to 4300 Kelvin and matched the white balance in camera, making the daylight and white overhead light in the background appear cooler. We staged a backlight and set it to 6300 Kelvin so that it would also appear more blue, consistent with the windows. If this video has been helpful to you, or if you think we should have chosen med school, let us know in the comments. This is Hatfield Media. See you next time.